Our next guests are here to discuss their involvement with the Jackson Commercial Contractors Association and the services they provide, ensuring and making sure commercial vehicles are safe, from Inosencio and Fisk, Bruce Inosencio and Jen Simko. Welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, welcome back.
It's always good to be here with you guys.
Yeah, Bruce, as long as I've been a member of JCCA, you've been a part of it, but in fact, you've been one of the driving forces of the organization, and we're there at the very beginning.
No pun intended with the driving forces. Yeah, that's true. I think it's been close to 20 years, I think, that I've been involved with the association. It's a great group of people, and generally the whole gist of the Commercial Contractors Association is just to keep local work local, as you know, and I think that's happening. I've seen a lot of progress over the years where a lot of large commercial projects in the past would go to outside construction entities, outside meaning outside of the county, and I see more and more projects that are local being handled by local general contractors and subcontractors and suppliers, and that means those local dollars are staying in the community and circulating here, which is great. That's the entire point of the association, and it's working. It took a long time to get us there, but it's been a great process, and I've been really glad to be a part of it.
Yeah, it used to be filled with out-of-town contractors. Now, if you see some out-of-town contractors, you kind of
wondering what happened.
What's going on?
Right.
Yeah, what's
right.
going on?
Yeah.
And you still do see that to an extent. There are some businesses that come in from out of town. They have relationships with their entities, and you say, well, I'm not sure I'll give them the kind of business that I would give another company that's giving local people an opportunity. So,
but the other thing it does is when you have an out-of-town contractor, they do see they do understand the importance of hiring of the local subs, and that's happening a lot too.
Right. Yeah. And we represent a lot of local contractors, subcontractors, and suppliers, and so that's our niche with the association, is to provide legal services to a lot of those entities and to give advice along the way in meetings. You know, we, as you know, will sometimes talk about a specific topic that's near and dear to our hearts that we think can help the association.
Jen, how long have you been with the firm?
I've been there for a little over a year and a half, and I've enjoyed it.
Jen, did you ever think you'd get to learn how to drive an 18-wheeler working at the firm?
I did not. So I just came back from Alaska a few weeks ago. I went with a group called the Mother Truckers.
I'm glad you said it,
Yeah.
because I had it written down. And
Mother Truckers. So it's a group of about 25 to 30 women attorneys from across the nation, and we're all in the Academy of Truck Accident Attorneys. So we handle car crash cases that involve commercial vehicles. So we went out there. That's actually a video of me driving the semi-truck. It was a neat hands-on experience, getting to see what it's like inside the cab, how many gears there are.
you had to go all the way to Alaska to find the semi.
All the way to Alaska with the Alaska Ice Road Truckers. So
There's a picture of Ryan when Ryan O'Dowd and I went to Montana for a similar experience, and we didn't have to go quite as far as Christina and Jen, but here Ryan is putting out the triangles that go behind a truck when it's disabled on the side of the road. And this is a situation where a semi was on a drag strip and was stopped at high speed by applying the ABS. And so we're measuring and looking at the marks that are created when that happens to determine exactly what the friction was. It's amazing how much work goes into determining exactly what happened when one of these 18-wheelers is in a crash.
One of the things that I think of is there's so many moving parts to when we have these incidents. The fact that a lot of these commercial trucks are so far away from their corporate headquarters or in a town that no one knows anything about, how quickly is that response time? How important is that?
Well, our response time to something like that is crucial because one of the first things that happens when a commercial vehicle is in a crash is they notify their dispatch. Dispatch is immediately notifying the insurance carrier, and the insurance carrier is sending out a team of people immediately to get statements from people and to get as much evidence as they can. Sometimes we're contacted months after the crash, and then we're at a little bit of a disadvantage. So we tell people, as soon as something like this happens, you need to contact us right away. Because there is so much information in that truck that we need to preserve. So for example, most people don't understand, but in your own personal vehicle now, if you have an infotainment system, that system is tracking what you were listening to, what app you were using, how fast you were going,
It's like a black box.
latitude and
Yeah.
longitude.
A
It is
black
very
box,
similar
yeah.
to what is referred to as a black box, which is neither a black nor a box, but everyone refers to that. And so you have engine control modules, you have ACM modules, all these different components in your vehicle are tracking speed, distance, latitude, longitude. You have people that are wearing Apple Watches, for example. If you're in a crash, it's alerting somebody if you have crash detection enabled. The reason it can do that is because there's a gyrometer in there that's tracking the forces that are on your body. That'd be great information to have. The problem is it doesn't last forever. So we need to find out when our client was involved in that crash and quickly assess what data is out there that we can get our hands on. We have a case right now involving a large company where a client of ours was hit at 57 miles an hour as a truck ran a red light. And we know we have that exact speed because we have the video from the in-cab camera that shows on the top half of the screen the driver and the bottom half of the screen what the driver could see.
What?
And as the truck is going through the intersection, you can see the red light and it says on the truck's camera 57 miles per hour at the point of impact.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so it's great information to have, but if you don't act quickly, you don't always have that.
There's a lot of out of state. We have clients here that have problems out of state. How does that work?
So we have a case, I am admitted in Florida and Texas as well, and so I have a case right now in Florida. It's not an issue. I mean, you just go where you need to go.
Yeah.
I have a couple of cases in Texas with another attorney that I've known since law school, and what we're seeing is more and more incidents involving Amazon, for example, because a lot of their drivers aren't as trained as they should be, in my opinion. A lot of companies they hire aren't vetting their drivers like they should be. And so we're seeing more and more incidents, and there's more and more pressure on those drivers to stay on schedule.
Yeah, that's another topic too.
Yeah, I would like to report an Amazon driver that stopped on Spring Arbor Road the other day and just stopped there and wanted to deliver a package, didn't put on the flash.
There's no punishment for that. That's why they did
Well,
that.
that's why you have lawyers.
That's
That's
right.
that's the whole point of what we do, is to hold these companies accountable. And it's really unsafe when you're driving an 80,000 pound semi down the road and you make a really bad decision that either kills or seriously injures somebody. It's unfortunate.
Now, Jen's been on our show before. Can we mention this?
Absolutely.
Jen is a former Jackson County Rose Queen.
I was in 2018, so I'm grateful for that experience. I feel like it has given me confidence to represent my clients in the courtroom.
That's awesome.
And it's neat to see how many people who've gone through the program have remained in the community and risen to leadership positions, and what an accomplishment to get through school and law school with all the things. I know you were working, you had the pageants, there was a lot going on. Amazing accomplishments.
Thanks, Bar. I'm a proud Jackson native, and I am incredibly blessed to be an attorney at Inosencio Fisk, and I love the work we do to keep the roads safer and represent our clients' best interests.
And I didn't realize this. You have an office in Sheboygan too.
Right, so my partner Christina is typically the person that's at that office, but Jen actually has a relative in Sheboygan also. So,
I do.
so we have quite a bit of work in Sheboygan. There's not a lot of legal activity for the work that we do as far as competitors, let's put it that way. We're the only game in town that handles this kind of work. And so we have a lot of real estate work up there that Christina handles, and in other cases as well, but there just aren't a lot of firms in Sheboygan, so that works out well for us.
Yeah, we have a relative in Sheboygan, so maybe we can drive up some weekend.
We're right on Main Street. Right on Main
We'll
Street.
find you.
Yeah.
We have a great location up there.
Well, great to have you here. Thanks for all the work you do for Jackson Commercial Contractors and all that you do in the community.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
both.
you.
You bet. Jen Simko and Bruce Inosencio from Inosencio and Fisk. More of the morning show after this.